Tonight I'm with Manny. Manny, how old are you?
33.
Manny, how's the life being out here on the streets of Phoenix?
To be honest, it's unforgiving. I wouldn't recommend anybody being out here on these streets. It's a really hard life to live. Just do your best to just, live a good life. You don't want to be on drugs. You really don't want to be out here on the streets like somebody like me.
What got you to come out here to the streets? Like, what happened?
Bad decisions, one after another. Bad choices, and to be honest, just not really caring.
At what age did you start dabbling with was it friends? Was it drugs at an early age?
It started with beer, and then marijuana, and then crystal meth, cocaine, and then it just led to everything else.
One thing that's very popular right now, very prevalent, are these counterfeit fentanyl pills, blues. Some people call them perks.
Yep.
Right? They call them all kind of things, but they're counterfeit. Whatever they are, whatever perks, oxys, whatever, they're not really perks or oxys. They're fentanyl. Counterfeit, right? Yep. So, how have you seen that overtake our community in these recent years? What are you noticing out here?
That it's easy to get, very accessible. It's cheap, $5 a pill. You can get it even cheaper if you buy in bulk. If you don't know somebody who does them, somebody you knows somebody who does them. So it's easy to get, and it's very easy to get hooked on. So I wouldn't recommend anybody trying it, to be honest.
The youngest person I've seen out here, Manny, was 13 years old. That I've seen them in person, my eyes. They're smoking those pills, unfortunately. What's the youngest you've seen?
To be honest, I haven't seen no young kids like that. To be honest, maybe it's because I don't kick it around that crowd, but to be honest, the youngest I've seen is probably 17, 18. But 13, that's not surprising. It's getting to the younger youth, middle schoolers. I'm sure elementary kids have probably tried it, hanging with the wrong crowd a little bit older,
And why do you think that is, Manny? Like, what's your assessment? Like, why? Like, why is it so appealing to the younger crowd?
I think, to be honest, that it's an easy, quick getaway for that moment. It makes you kind of feel relaxed and get you out of the moment for, however long it lasts. To be honest, the reason I tried it, and I was way older, I barely tried it last year, and it was, to be honest, to get off another drug. I was on crystal meth, and I don't mess with crystal anymore, but now I'm on fentanyl, which is even worse. So I replaced one drug for another, but the reason it's, out here is because it's very cheap. You buy in bulk, I can buy 100 for $100, 50 for $50, and out here they sell them for $5 a pill. If you get them on the corner, just because people need to make their money to survive. Other homeless people, they slang drugs just to get high and be able to eat and whatever else. So a lot of drug dealers, they like to pay some of these guys to just sit out here and sell pills for them all day for the cheap, and then they make their money to be able to eat, and it's just a cycle, ongoing cycle.
And what would you say is the biggest difference between you were doing G in the past, meth in the past, and now these pills? What's the biggest difference?
The withdrawals, the body, because crystal, you eventually get sleepy and you fall asleep, even if you're up for 5-6 days, whatever at the most. You actually fall asleep, and when you wake up, your body really doesn't react like if you were on fentanyl. On fentanyl, when you wake up, your body is literally going through what is called withdrawal, because your body yearns for that hit, for that pill, And with crystal meth, it really doesn't do that, You want to get high because you want to, be able to wake up and feel, up, but it doesn't do anything in your body. It's just mental. With fentanyl, it's body-wise. It's everything. You wake up with cold sweats, and if you don't have a pill when you do wake up, you're going through it. very, very sick.
Yeah, you're describing what everybody else has described. The people have done H and G and you name it, right? They've done it all.
And it's not as bad as
And
fentanyl.
it's not as bad. The withdrawals. You know what? The police have told me that they're being designed this way to be super addictive.
Of course.
To be strong, right? The high is strong.
And that's why they started putting it in crystal meth too.
Into everything, dude.
So
they're
because
dusting.
it's such an addictive.
Exactly.
Your body needs it.
Yeah.
Once you get hooked on it, that's it.
That's scary. That's really
Yes,
scary,
it is.
right? They're enslaving an entire generation to get that money out and just destroy communities, because that's what I'm seeing. I've been doing this since November of 2020, and it's not getting better. It's getting worse.
Yeah, exactly. You see a lot more people on the corner homeless and doing whatever they have to do to get their next fix. It's bad.
How many pills do you consume per day, Manny?
Right now, I actually started to slow down, and I'm actually thinking of going to rehab. As a matter of fact, this week, just because I can't do this anymore. My body is just literally, it can't take it no more, and I want to stop it before it gets even worse. But yet, it's bad, dude. It's bad.
What in your years of being out here in the streets and consuming different drugs, how many times have you been to a treatment center?
Just recently, about a month ago, I went one time, and then I pulled myself out after a week, thinking I'd be okay, but no, it wasn't. But before that, I been in treatment when I was younger twice. One when I was once when I was, I think 18, 19, and then the other time was, I'm gonna say 24. And I had stayed sober, I think maybe up to 6 months, and then I ended up relapsing, and that was all with crystal. Just recently I took myself to rehab for fentanyl, and I went through it. And not only that, I have an alcohol problem too. So those are one of the two worst drugs, just because of the effect of the withdrawals. It can kill you. Alcohol withdrawal can kill you, and opioid withdrawals can kill you. Literally, it can kill you. Your body just it needs it. It's pretty bad. So I've been thinking about going to rehab. I'm gonna decide probably by the end of this week. Yeah.
So I really like that you're being proactive, and you're
And I'm not proud of it. I'm not.
It's not a matter of being proud or not proud. It's a matter of you recognizing where you're at in life and you deciding on your own to make a change, because you can't continue. Eventually it's going to catch up to you, right? Yeah. Some's going to give out.
Yep.
Your liver, your lungs, your body's going to be, I'm tired,
Go
man.
to jail, or who knows, mess around and overdose.
Right. And it happens. I've seen it, 2 people. So I've interviewed over 400 people in the past year and a half. 2 of them are in prison for murder. One murdered his dad. They're fighting over pills.
Oh, man.
Yeah, one other guy killed somebody on the street, supposedly, allegedly.
Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
Thank you.
And
smoking's bad for you too, kids.
Smoking's bad, yeah.
It's just as bad as drugs, so
Absolutely.
Please do not pick up that habit either.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna show you this really quick. Okay. Tell me what you think about that. Did you ever get to meet her?
No.
So that's Gabby. She was 22 years old, had just turned 22. She was out here in these streets for about almost 5 years. I met her March of 2021, and I interviewed her a total of 3 or 4 times, and she just passed away on May 19th. So it's real, right?
Yeah, it's hard to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I don't want a message from your family, hey man, you interviewed him a couple months ago, he smoked his last pill. And that's the reality for all of you folks out here, right? Whether it's the pill, violence, or whatever, right?
Yeah, whatever comes with the drug, and a lot comes with it.
Absolutely.
You're prone to being robbed, to being hurt out here. People steal from you constantly. You have to steal from stores to get high if you're not working. Just in general, it's just all around dangerous. Really dangerous.
Manny, I'm gonna say thank you very much for talking to me. I really appreciate you opening up, being honest, and sharing your story with the Lost in Phoenix community. When I approached you, I told you the purpose of my channel. You had never heard of me. It's a prevention through awareness. By you having the courage to share your story, if a youngster sees your story out there, you know, like they might stay away from whatever, right? That's going to lead them to coming out here,
Yeah.
you know, to begin with. You know, that's how we save a generation, by preventing it, right? To begin with, right?
And knowing about it, being aware.
No, being awareness, just aware. Because me personally, I had no idea what fentanyl was. You know, a lot of people I interview, I had no idea what it was. My friends said try it, and I found out afterwards, right after I got hooked. So that's really scary. You know, a lot of people don't know. I'll ask them, "What are you smoking?" Fentanyl. What is fentanyl? I don't know. I just started doing it. They don't know. So again, I commend you. Your family should be very proud of you for sharing and willing to help somebody, help the community. So I'm gonna say thank you very much. I'm gonna give you my card so you can call me if you ever need a ride to treatment, need to be picked up from treatment, need a ride to your families, or just somebody to talk to. Okay, because it probably gets lonely out here. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you very much. I'm also gonna grab you some lunch. Lunch has been donated by my subscribers, so I'll go grab you some late lunch, dinner, and we'll stay in contact. Okay, Manny?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.